like the map, it's not a question of the thing that we exchange money for that is the number one thing that we got optimized for. We want to understand what value is in the overall stream and how that affects the different players. And if we're rethinking the value stream, right, ask questions about all of the different customers of the process. My poster child for this right now, and I've spent a lot of time studying it, and I've interviewed 20 or 30 drivers so far, is Uber. Uber is a fascinating business, right? We have all seen the excitement and the trouble they're causing and the stir they're creating in the taxi cab community. But Uber designed a system that makes almost everybody in the flow happier. If you talk to the drivers, they are delighted with the fact that they're their own boss. They get to come and go as they please. They get to clock on when they want, clock off when they want. And in fact, it creates more drivers, all right? The customer, that's me or you, gets friction-free, no stress about tips, right? How many of you hate deciding how much tip to give a driver, right, as you're sitting in that car? And then you go to saying, can I pay with a credit card? And they all cringe and say, do you? And it's certainly not American Express, right? But please don't use American Express, whatever you do, right? That really gets them all upset because American Express charges them a lot. Well, if you look at that overall system, there are about 10 different changes to the work system that all together create this happy ecosystem, which is why it's rolling across the world so powerfully. Because it solves problems for many different customers in the same setting, right? It's quite different than looking at a more traditional B2B environment where, honestly, the staff behind the curtain could be miserable. And yet our service or whatever it is we're sending out kind of continues to flow.